that I threw in here. It's kind of hard to see. You might be able to see it a little bit. Looks like they're about to cap that one. And you see that right there? That's sacbrood virus. In my last video, we saw that one of the frames I'd put into a weak hive to use as milk brood, as a frame for the bees to make a new queen, had sacbrood virus on it. So I am back today to my other bee yard, and we're gonna go back to that hive and we're gonna see what is going on because the virus came from there. Sacbrood virus and American foul brood look very similar, so we're gonna walk through the entire frame and I'm gonna tell you what to look for when looking for American foul brood. We're gonna do a test for it and what to look for to see if it's sacbrood virus. All right, so to give you a little bit of backstory. So American foul brood is actually a spore. Bees can pick it up anywhere. They could pick it up on a flower head. They could pick it up at a water source. They really can pick it up anywhere, but it is a spore that when it enters the hive and is fed to the brood, it just spreads like wildfire and it can spread to all the rest of your hives. So it is something that is not good to have. It's not as prevalent as it used to be because of all the precautions that beekeepers have been taking to get rid of it. But yeah, again, so I hope it's not American foul brood. But sacbrood virus, it's just a virus. So they can pick it up from flower heads, other bee yards. Again, really, they can pick it up anywhere and bring it into the hive, and it's usually located on pollen, and what happens is they bring that pollen to the hive, and then they feed it to their young, and the young get sick. To my understanding, both sacbrood and American foul brood don't affect adult bees. They mainly just affect the brood. But as you know, that's not good because bees don't live that long. So you really need to get them off to a good, healthy start. Both viruses are characterized by their appearance, their consistency, and their color. So that is what we're gonna check first. I'm gonna pull out the frame. This hive has one frame that is infected, which is a good thing. I'm glad it's not through the whole entire hive yet. This hive is fairly new. I just split it a month ago, so not the strongest hive, but let's pull out a frame and see what we see. Also, I used plastic foundations. I coated them thick and evenly with wax, and they still don't like the plastic foundations. So a tip from me, if you're getting into beekeeping or maybe you're thinking about trying plastic foundations, don't. It's not even worth it. I know a lot of beekeepers say they have success with them, but there's also a lot of beekeepers that don't. It's just a hit or miss, so don't even waste your time. As you can see, or you're about to see, this frame is wonky. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this. So I'm actually gonna show you a couple different frames. And yes, this was a plastic frame, that's why it's been drawn out all wonky. But, so what I'm looking for is sacbrood. We're gonna cover sacbrood first. Sacbrood is characterized by the pointy head. It'll literally look like you have a sharp point coming out. And since it is so hot out, really all of the bees that looked like this are already disintegrating. So I will post a picture right now of what it looks like. You can kind of see, let's see, where is it? You can kind of see right here. So see how that one has fallen in and this bee is in the way. See how that larva has fallen down? That it's up and down and it's not curled like all the ones around it are. That is a dead larva. So first let me tell you what we're looking for and then I'm going to show you. So American foul brood is characterized by looking, 1, brown, and 2, when you stick something like a toothpick or a stick in it and you poke around in it, what is the consistency? If it's American foul brood, it'll come out and it'll literally look like a string coming out just from putting your stick in there and trying to bring that stick back out. It'll be a rope will come out. That's the tell-all sign of American foul brood. You will also see this brown scaly like substance or thing, whatever you want to call it, lining your cells on the edges of it. Sometimes you might have to kind of break down your cell so that you can get a better look inside of it to see what it looks like. But yeah, that's what American foul brood looks like. Now, as for sac brood, the first thing is it's characterized by its pointy head. I'll post a picture right here of what that looks like. Larvae are not supposed to look like that. They're supposed to be curled up in their cell until they are capped, and then they will expand and grow and walk out a bee. When you see a larva in a cell that is up and down, that's not good. And also a larva that has a skinny, teeny tiny head that pretty much doesn't even have a head now. It's just this point. That is also not good. So we're gonna look for both of those things in this hive. We're gonna look through all the frames and I'm gonna show you what I am seeing. See how it's up and down? There was a point on it, but like I said, they're disintegrating. And I'm gonna take a stick and I'm gonna see what happens when I take it out. We're gonna see if it's like a rope-like substance or if it comes out in one sac. Sac as in sac brood, that's why they call it sac brood. Oh, it already has like some nasty pus stuff in it. Hold on, let me put the camera down. Yeah, so it's just disintegrating. Oh no, go away, bee. Get out of here. So it's trying to hang like a sac, but like I said, it's disintegrating because it's so hot out, so it's also pretty juicy at the same time. Here is another one that does have a point on it. Can you see that? So the main things that are telling me that this is sac brood is, one, all of the dead larvae is white. It's not brown. They're not twisted in an abnormal way. They're just laying there straight up. And another brood disease to keep an eye out for is European foul brood. That will appear as a shotgun-like frame of your brood, which this one kind of is too, but it's not quite as bad as what it can be. Generally, that's a typical symptom of any sort of brood disease. But the reason why this is not European foul brood is because these larvae that are in the cell that are dead, like I said, they're just straight up and down. They're not contorted in any weird way, and they're white, which is the big thing. Here is another one. See how that capping is perforated? So sac brood isn't something to be too worried about. You do want to keep an eye on it, but as long as your colony is strong, or is going to be strong, as they have new babies that are going to be hatching out that are healthy, then you will be fine. Like I said, you do want to keep an eye on it, and something that can just help them fight the virus a little better is you can put out some food for them just to limit any sort of nutritional stress that they may have, or really any sort of stress that could possibly be on that hive. Just kind of baby it a little bit, try to give them whatever you can, any sort of resources to help them combat it and overcome it. But yeah, sac brood is one of the ones that are not that big of a deal. Thank God it's not American foul brood or European foul brood, because that is just a lot of steps to get rid of that. So if you ever see this in your colony, I hope this helps. Oh, and I also forgot one very, very important tip. After you go through a hive that does have some sort of virus, make sure you sanitize everything. Your gloves, any equipment that you use, your hive tool, anything that you touched that is going to touch another hive, make sure it's sanitized. Otherwise it could possibly spread, and you don't want that. So don't forget to do that. As you can see, that hive had a lot of wonky comb, and so do my other ones. So if you want to learn how to fix that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell, because that is what my next video is going to be about. So I will see you guys soon.